Okay, joining us now we have Tony Stewart, currently ninth in points. He drives the number 14 Office Depot Chevrolet for Stewart Haas Racing. And Tony, I know you've done a lot of things in your life, but shooting hoops up at Syracuse University, how'd that go for you the other day?
That was really cool. We had a winter circle appearance for Watkins Glen this week, and got to go to Syracuse University and got to shoot hoops with the coach. So that was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. It's pretty intimidating when you go to somebody else's venue and you're in their house and you get in a competition with them. But I'm proud to say that we tied 4 out of 5 on the free throw side. So I held my own as an Indiana kid. So at least hopefully when I go back to Indiana now, I won't get thrown out for not being good at basketball.
Talk about your outlook here at Pocono. It's been a good track for you over the years, and certainly your performance here the past few weeks, you got to feel good about building upon that too.
Yeah, we're gaining on it. We're not all the way there yet, but proud of our guys. The morale of the team's up. They're doing a really good job of staying focused, and they've all got direction right now, and nobody's kind of off running on tangents trying to do something off what everybody else is doing. So our guys are real focused right now and working hard together, and I feel like we're gaining on it. We just got a ways to go still.
Take questions now for Tony. We'll start over here if we could get him the microphone.
Joe Moore, MRN. Talking about next week's race at Watkins Glen, do you think that will be as physical as what we saw at Sonoma earlier this year?
It doesn't normally tend to be. A lot of that's because we don't have corners where you got relatively high speeds and then go down to such slow speeds. The Glen, just the overall speed of the track's a lot greater. So I don't think you'll see near as much contact as what we saw at Sonoma. Sonoma, it just keeps getting worse every time we go there. But it seems like the Glen, you're running a lot faster, and guys don't want to put themselves in that position.
Move our way over here. Go ahead, Jay.
Jay Pennell with front stretch and all left turns. Ryan said today that he was fined by NASCAR. As his team owner, did you know about that, or was this something that NASCAR directly went to Ryan about? And you've been critical of NASCAR in the past, but did not get a fine. Do you think they were right in doing this? Do you think they were right in keeping it quiet? What are your thoughts on the situation, both as an owner and a driver?
Honestly, I don't know what's right and what's wrong in this topic. It's NASCAR's, what everybody's got to remember is NASCAR's done a good job of building this sport over 60 years. And between everybody in this room and us in the garage, we have all done our part to try to break this sport down over the last 4 or 5 years, and we're all to blame. I mean, as drivers, we're just as much to blame as anybody else. But at the same time, I'm going to blame you guys at the same time too, and you guys have to take some of the responsibility for it. When you finally tell somebody that the racing's bad enough, long enough, you're finally going to convince the people that it is. And the result of that is not as many people are in the grandstands because of that. So we all have to take the blame for it. And with that, in my opinion, that's what's put NASCAR in the position that they're in right now. But we all have to take the responsibility for it. The facts show that the racing is better than it's ever been. It's more competitive than it's ever been. And everybody's got so spoiled over the last 10 or 15 years that we've all lost sight of what we really got here. And everybody sitting here and everybody listening to this right now makes a living off of this sport, and myself included. And we're all shooting ourselves in the foot because we're convincing all these people that some of this stuff is bad. And it may not always be perfect. Every scenario may not always be perfect, but every time that we write something bad about it, all we do, or talk about it, from our standpoint, all we do is break this sport down, and it doesn't deserve that. We're all making a pretty good living and lucky to have our jobs doing what we do. So in my opinion, I think what NASCAR is doing is very appropriate.
Did you know?
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question fully. I did not know. I think it was just between them and Ryan. So.